you need to rest. And I am not talking about sleeping for the next 36 hours or zoning out to NCIS reruns. I'm talking about actual restorative self-care. But if rest isn't sleeping or watching TV, then what is rest? Let's break it down into 3 areas. Let's break it down into body, mind, and soul. Body referring to rest that is restorative to our literal meat suit and the nervous system, the hardwiring within that meat suit. So yeah, this might be sleeping or watching NCIS reruns. This could also be yoga, going for a walk. This might be playing your favorite sport or going and lifting some heavy weights at the gym. These things can both be good for our literal muscle, skeletal system, our overall health and well-being. They can also be really good for our nervous system and helping to re-regulate our nervous system and keeping us in our window of tolerance. The second was mind. Let's look at things that are good for our creativity or good for just the restless noise in our mind. If you're like me, an ADHDer, there is constant noise in here. Sometimes I need to do things to help quiet the noise. For me, I particularly like a little bit of mindfulness. I know that's not everybody's jam. It's okay. If you work a really intense analytical job and you're constantly looking at numbers and data sets, this might be doing some arts and crafts for the sake of arts and crafts and let your creativity come too. Actually, I'm going to back that one up. I think everybody could use a little more creativity and play. So regardless of what you're doing today is making sure you have a little time for creativity and play and let your brain just do fun for fun's sake. The flip side of this is mind could be that you need a little mental stimulation. Maybe you'd like to do puzzles, reading that really interesting non-fiction historical book that you've been meaning to get to forever, getting lost in a fantasy book. What are ways that you can activate your mind differently than you currently are? And that third one was soul. I'm going to put 2 categories in here, both spiritual and social. Sometimes even the most introverted neurodivergent of us need a little bit of peopling. We are inherently a creature that was designed to live in community. So sometimes you need to go do a little bit of socializing to help fill yourself up. Or maybe you have already been around people all week and now you need a little bit of retreat time and you need that quiet time to just recharge by yourself. So social can go very much both ways. The other part of soul is spiritual, depending on what your beliefs are. This might be going to church. This might be doing a full moon ritual and recharging your crystals. This might be just spending some time in nature and quiet and hearing the world around you. So as you can see, rest is so much more than just sleeping or zoning out. Rest sometimes takes some activity to make it happen, which sounds really counterintuitive. But when we are doing these things that are good for us, that are restorative for us, they help our body to rest and recover and be in a non-fight or flight state, which is the goal of what we're looking for when we look for rest. When we're outside of fight or flight, when we're in what's literally called rest and digest, it's when our body has a chance to recover, to restore, to regenerate, all sorts of good things. So if you haven't already done so, figure out a little bit of time today, this week. It doesn't have to be a lot of time, but put some time in for some truly restorative rest for your mind, your body, and your soul.